Howdy folks, welcome to Brain Rotters. This morning we were given a new Loki trailer, so let's talk all about trailer 2 and its Easter eggs. The trailer brings us in with Loki being brought in by a TVA officer who intercepted him directly after this moment in Avengers Endgame, given that she is holding the tesseract and Loki is in those same clothes. Loki references the timekeepers who in the trailer actually have their faces on the wall and those statues we've seen in trailer 1. In the comics and in the show, they are the creators of the Time Variance Authority. In the courtroom here with Owen Wilson's character sitting in the background, Mobius, who we'll talk about in just a second. Since he's in the background, the context of this scene becomes clear. Loki is being released into the custody of Mobius. Now on to who Mobius is in the comics. Mobius M Mobius is a representative of the TVA, most primarily a judge. Now, he was first introduced when the Fantastic Four was charged with illegal time abuse in the comics. In the show, however, he feels like more like a field guy, like hasn't really gotten that promotion up to judge yet. Is anyone else hoping that this cat is a freaking flirkin? This shot here is supposed to be mimicking this comic book panel. Now, this comic book panel shows how the show has really changed it into more of a 60s vibe. The little TV screen that has an A12 on it is in reference to Avengers 2012, which also has the version of Loki we'll be following throughout this show. This little portal way here either makes me think this is what they see when they travel through time, or they're using the Bifrost. With this hooded figure entering this time portal, we can assume that this is their way into this shot of them just kicking butt. This golden room is Asgard, the throne of Asgard. Remember, all Loki wanted, all his motivation was as a villain was to be king of Asgard, to be ruler. We have to assume with the changed throne and the likely possibility that Anthony Hopkins will not return as Odin in the series, that this will take place during Thor the Dark World. Remember that post-credit scene where he took the throne as Odin? As Loki as Odin? This would be around 2014. So if Loki's jumping throughout time, we can assume he might jump through into that time, which means we might get a Loki versus Loki fight, kind of given reference to that Avengers Endgame Cap versus Cap fight. The Loki projectile green energy blast is a new thing that we haven't seen him do in the MCU, but it's a prominent fighting tactic that he uses in the comics. Then we get a female silhouette running through foggy streets right here. We can assume that this could be Lady Loki from the set photos, or at least we think she's Lady Loki. I have to point out that Loki's TVA patch has an hourglass on it. I mean, kudos for Marvel for the sneaky time detail, hourglass having to do with time, but hourglass also has to do with running out of time. So maybe this could be a theme in the show that hasn't been set up yet in the trailer. A lot of people think this is Black Widow, and I see why they would think that. However, this is Lady Loki, or whoever we think this character will end up being. Why? Because ScarJo, Black Widow, never wore anything like what she's wearing. I mean, look at the thing attached to her costume that's kind of going off the rock here. Black Widow never wore anything like that. It's too medieval kind of esque. Hey, did I miss anything? Please leave your thoughts down in the comments to fill up any gaps that I missed in this trailer. Believe me, there's a lot we still don't know. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. I have to thank you all for subscribing and watching. I appreciate it. We're on the growth right now, so if you want to join up, that would be amazing. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.